Lila was 17, the only daughter of Mr. David, the town's respected leader. She walked with her head high, as if the whole ground was lucky to carry her. She was tall, beautiful, and always dressed in clothes that made people look twice. She could have been the sweetheart of Willow Creek, but instead she was the one people sighed about whenever she passed. It wasn't because of her looks, it wasn't because of the way she dressed. The problem was simple: Lila never greeted anyone. Every morning the elders sat under the big oak tree near the town square. They always watched her walk by. They waved, smiled, nodded, but Lila never greeted back. She acted like she did not hear them, like their greetings were nothing. "Pretty girl, empty manners," an old man muttered. Another shook his head. "Beauty without respect. What a waste." Lila's mother, Mrs. Grace, gently tried to correct her. "A greeting opens doors, Lila," she would say while brushing her hair. "You don't know who you might need one day." Lila gave the same answer every time. "Mom, everybody already knows me. If I greet everyone, I will never reach school." Her father, Mr. David, always hid his disappointment behind his newspaper. "As the leader's child, you must be the first to greet," he reminded her. "People follow your example." But Lila didn't care. In the market, women carrying baskets shifted to make room for her, and she hissed at them. Children waved at her. She ignored them. Classmates greeted her. She gave them her shoulder. Everyone said the same thing. One day, this pride will cost her. One Saturday, the market was alive with colors and noise, fresh bread smells, traders shouting prices, kids laughing. Lila walked through with her usual proud steps, ignoring everyone. "Pride will finish this girl one day," a tomato seller muttered. And then, one afternoon, Miss Karen, the school headmistress, rang the loud school bell. She raised her voice and announced, "Tomorrow, all senior students and your parents must come to the assembly ground. A special visitor is coming to meet you all after your exams." Students buzzed with excitement. Maybe she's a government official. Maybe a rich donor. Maybe a celebrity. Lila crossed her arms, unimpressed. "Probably someone who wants to talk too much. I'm not interested." Her friend Jenny nudged her. "You can't skip it, Lila. We all have to be there." Lila rolled her eyes. "We'll see." The next morning came fast. Lila woke up late. Again. She grumbled and took the bush path shortcut to avoid walking with other students. Halfway along the path, she saw a woman standing under a large maple tree. The woman looked confused. Her clothes were modern, her bag very new. She clearly wasn't from Willow Creek. She stepped forward with a smile. "Good morning, dear. Could you show me how to get to the main road? I think I'm lost." Lila slowed down, stared at her and smirked. "Do I look like Google Maps?" The woman blinked in shock. I just needed directions." "Then maybe ask someone who has time to play tour guide." Lila lifted her chin and walked off. She didn't know she had just slammed the biggest door of her life. By the time Lila reached school, she had forgotten about the woman under the tree. It was just another person she had brushed aside. That afternoon, Miss Karen rang the assembly bell again. This time, parents filled the back rows. Students whispered and fidgeted. The special guest sat facing away from everyone. Lila didn't even look at her. She was too busy searching for her friends. Miss Karen stepped forward and smiled. "Our visitor will now speak to you." The woman stood up. Lila froze. It was her, the same woman she insulted on the bush path. The woman's eyes swept across the students and paused on Lila for half a second. Then she looked away and smiled at everyone else. Lila's heart thudded in her chest. Her stomach twisted. The woman stepped to the front and said warmly, "My name is Mrs. Ellen. I came to give back to a town that reminds me of where I grew up. After your senior exams, I will sponsor 5 students through college, full scholarship, everything paid." The assembly erupted into cheers. Parents murmured excitedly. Students gasped and hugged each other. A miracle had come to Willow Creek. Mrs. Ellen raised her hand for silence. "But I will choose the students not just by grades, but by character." Her eyes moved through the crowd again, then landed on Lila. "Please stand up." Lila's knees trembled. Slowly, she stood. "This morning," Mrs. Ellen continued, "I was lost while trying to find this school. I met this young lady and asked for directions. She told me she was not my Google Maps." Gasps filled the air. Mrs. Ellen tilted her head slightly. "Well, dear, I am not your Google Maps either. So I will not be pointing you toward this scholarship." Silence, then whispers, "Shock, shame." Mrs. Ellen turned back to the crowd. "Character matters. The way you treat people, especially strangers, shows who you truly are." She began calling names. One by one, students stepped forward to receive their scholarship letters. Their parents cried tears of joy, clapping and hugging them. Lila stood alone in the middle of the crowd, her face burning. Her name was never called. Her father walked past her without speaking. Her mother shook her head silently. Lila's world collapsed around her. When the assembly ended, students gathered around the winners. Mrs. Ellen hugged each one, encouraging them warmly. Lila remained still, shaking inside. Her legs felt weak as she turned to leave the field. Everywhere she walked, she heard whispers. She should have greeted. This is what pride does. She did it to herself. Lila reached home quietly. Her mother sat on the couch waiting. "Lila," she said calmly, "do you now understand why greeting matters?" Tears filled Lila's eyes. "Yes, Mom." Her father came in and sighed. "Respect does not remove anything from you, but pride will take everything away." That night, Lila couldn't sleep. She replayed the moment over and over, the woman asking politely, her rude reply, the consequences. The next morning, Lila woke early and walked through town. She greeted everyone she saw. "Good morning, sir?" "Good morning, Ma." "Good morning." Some people smiled kindly, some ignored her, some shook their heads, but she kept greeting. She walked to the school to apologize to Mrs. Ellen, but the visitor had already left. Miss Karen looked at her gently. "You learned the hard way, Lila, but learning is still learning." Lila swallowed her tears. "Please tell her I'm sorry." "I will." Days passed. Lila changed completely. She greeted elders, helped in the market, shared her things, and even apologized to classmates she had ignored. Some forgave quickly. Some took time. But she didn't stop trying. One afternoon, she saw a little girl struggling to carry water. Old Lila would have walked past. New Lila took the bucket and helped her home. The girl's mother smiled. "You've changed, Lila. I see it." Lila smiled back, shy but grateful. Even though she didn't get the scholarship, her heart became lighter. People began to warm up to her. Her parents became proud again. Lila learned something she would never forget. A simple greeting can open doors, but pride can close them forever, and sometimes the door you slam shut in arrogance is the one you later beg to enter. Thank you for watching, and go well to subscribe for more interesting stories like this.